Right now, a hostage released by Hamas is speaking out about her harrowing ordeal, the effort to free others and to get humanitarian aid to Palestinian civilians. Also, House Republicans choose their next speaker nominee. We'll take a look at who it is and how both parties view them. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. The Wisconsin DOJ is investigating after police in Milwaukee shot and killed a man on the roof of a middle school last night. It happened at the Kennedy Middle School in Germantown around 7 o'clock. Officers got a call for a suspect acting erratically and climbing onto the roof of the school. When police got there, the suspect allegedly shot at them. Officers shot back and hit the person. They tried to get first aid, but the person died at the scene. At least 50 students were inside the school at the time of the shooting. A volleyball referee who was inside is recounting what he heard.
From what we heard is some pop, 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 pop. All of a sudden, a policeman came in the gym and says, "You all have to go to a secure location."
His classes at the middle school have been canceled. An 18-year-old man is dead after a crash just south of Broadhead last night. Deputies say he was driving a motorcycle and turned left into oncoming traffic at the intersection of State Highway 1181 and County Highway GG. He was then hit by a pickup truck. The 18-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene. The truck driver has non-life-threatening injuries. Deputies say the crash remains under investigation. A child's expected to recover after they were hit by a car over the weekend. It happened Sunday afternoon. The child was hit on the city's north side near the airport. Police say the child darted out onto the road from behind a parked car. The driver was driving slowly, didn't show any signs of impairment, and cooperated with officers. No citations were given. Let's head out to the weather patio now. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at their first warm forecast, and boy, it's a warm one.
Very warm for this time of the year. In fact, we could be breaking a record or getting close to a record. The record high today is 79, and we're already in the 70s many area, but we're having to deal with a lot of wind. We've got our Edgewater sky cam here, and got the sailboat. That's the thing to be doing today on the while you can take an opportunity to do that this late in October. A lot of chop on the Lake Mendota because of all this wind, and these winds will continue. Right now we're at 71 here in Madison, 75 already in Janesville. Got 72 in Boscobel, so a warm noon hour already. The winds are a factor. They're out of the southwest. They're anywhere between 10 and 20 miles per hour. There'll be about 15 to 25 throughout the afternoon. Can expect some gusts over 30 miles per hour this afternoon as well. We're going to blow a lot of these leaves around, but possibly breaking that record into the upper 70s today. It's going to be windy, mainly dry. We've got plenty of sun right now. There are some clouds lurking down to our south. We'll talk more about that coming up. But as we go through later tonight, it looks like we do have a better chance of seeing a little bit more widespread rain, and can't rule out a thunderstorm later on tonight as well. But in the meantime, quite a bit of sunshine for most of the day. Later today, we will start to see some clouds stream in from the south, and maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but I think the better chances will be up to our north throughout the evening hours. So if you have any plans this evening, may have to dodge a brief shower, but most of us staying dry. It really won't be until we get toward midnight and thereafter. That's when we are expecting the rain to move on in. So what you can count on is some warm temperatures, some winds as well. Temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 70s today, getting close to that record high. We've got more rain in the forecast tonight, but also into Thursday. We'll see how much the rainfall tallies will end up coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, we'll see then. Thank you. To the Middle East now, where one of the two elderly Israeli hostages released yesterday is describing her ordeal. In Gaza, conditions continue to deteriorate for millions of Palestinian civilians living in the Hamas-controlled territory. Michael George reports from the United Nations, where the U.S. Secretary of State is in meetings to discuss the situation in the Middle East.
Sitting in a wheelchair, 85-year-old freed hostage Yocheved Lifshitz described her kidnapping. Her daughter translating from Hebrew.
My mom is saying that she was taken on the back of a motorbike, and that while she was being taken, she was hit by sticks.
Hamas handed over Lifshitz and 79-year-old Nurit Cooper to the Red Cross last night. Lifshitz says she was treated well, but separated from her husband early on. He's still believed to be held by Hamas, among about 220 remaining hostages.
We do not know, from my mom's story, what happened to my dad. We do know that he was injured.
Israel has stepped up airstrikes in Gaza ahead of a widely anticipated ground assault. Israel's military says it hit more than 400 Hamas targets overnight. Gaza, though, is very densely populated, and many of the dead and wounded appear to be civilians, including children. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is attending a UN security meeting on the Middle East as United Nations agencies call for much more humanitarian aid to be allowed into Gaza. UN organizations describe the situation in Gaza, home to 2 million people, as dire. They say more than 20 times the aid currently being delivered is needed to support civilians living inside the Hamas-controlled territory.
The trucks have come in so far are just a trickle in the face of the immense needs.
UN officials say nearly 2/3 of Gaza's health facilities have ceased functioning as fuel runs very low. Michael George, CBS News, the United Nations.
Breaking news from Washington now. Republicans have selected their next nominee for Speaker of the House. Representative Tom Emmer of Minnesota was picked from 7 candidates during early round ballots. Some Democrats see Emmer as a potential partner in governing the House, but Trump allies have been critical of him over his criticism of the former president and his vote to certify the 2020 election. It's still unclear when the House will head to the floor for a full vote. The CDC says this fall and winter will be as bad as last year when it comes to respiratory illnesses. Right now, levels are low overall, but the CDC expects that to change at the peak of the respiratory virus season. Forecasts show that there could be between 15 and 25 new weekly hospitalizations for every 100,000 people in the U.S., and COVID-19 will likely account for half of those, with flu and RSV combined accounting for the other half. Doctors say now's the time to get updated flu and COVID shots.
It takes 2 weeks for any of these vaccines to really become effective in our bodies. It doesn't happen overnight. The new COVID-19 vaccines, since they were authorized last month. That's according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. The United Auto Workers strike continues with thousands more walking off the job in Detroit. That story and more coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Have you ever experienced this view? Hi, Andrew Larson here. With Gutter Shutter, you'll never have to experience it again. Please give up this dangerous chore and protect your home's foundation with Gutter Shutter, the strongest, most durable, maintenance-free gutter on the market. Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems across South Central Wisconsin. We'd love to come out and show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. The Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, making the mattress feel up to 10 degrees cooler. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses are only $83 per month when you use Steinhoffels 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Steinhoffels is your sleep solution destination. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Chevron says it will buy Hess Corp for $53 billion. In a conference call, Chevron CEO said the deal will allow the company to gain access to a major oil field in the South American country of Guyana. It's the second major oil deal announced this month after ExxonMobil said it would acquire Pioneer Natural Resources. Nearly 7,000 workers from Detroit walked off the job yesterday at the nation's largest Stellantis plant. This as the United Auto Workers Union continues to expand its strike against the big three automakers. The plant makes one of the brand's biggest sellers, the Ram 1500 truck. Since the strike began last month, more than 40,000 auto workers from General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis plants across the country have walked off the job. And a warning for shoppers who plan to swipe for their holiday purchases. A new survey from Bankrate found that retail credit card annual percentage rates, or APRs, have hit a record high of 28.93% on average this year. It comes as the cost of borrowing has increased for consumers after multiple interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
Checking Wall Street at the noon hour, the Dow Industrials up 94 points, the NASDAQ up 16, the S&P 500 is up 12.5. Next at noon, Pam has your egg prices. Kelly's back with a complete forecast. And then today on Live at 4, Consumer Reports unpacks the do's and don'ts of flying etiquette that could make your next trip more pleasant.
Hey, Wisconsin neighbors, it's Alex Worley, and we're back in studio with Paul Lukowski, president of Tunderland Home Improvements, the exclusive Wisconsin jacuzzi bath remodel dealer.
Our jacuzzi system is designed to go together seamlessly. Safety features like grab bars and grab shelves, low threshold entries, handheld shower fixtures. So I might not be able to help you with your baby shower, but if you'd like to upgrade to a nice jacuzzi shower, Tunderland is just a call away. And we got you a little something.
Oh, Paul, thanks so much. And folks, Tunderland has a little something for you too. Check out this month's exciting offers.
Hey, Wisconsin neighbors, as October arrives and the air starts to cool, it's the perfect time to embrace comfort and relaxation indoors. This October only, it's our Fall into Savings sale. Save 60% on bath or shower installations. Plus, Tunderland makes your dream project affordable. No money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Call 1-800-TUNDERLAND or visit Tunderland.com today.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
The Jennifer Hudson Show. It's the man with all the moves, Derek Huff.
Let's go, come on.
Oh my God!
We got it.
That was amazing. It was like a Derek roller coaster.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
10 years ago, a photographer and his stately subject captured our hearts. Now, I'm traveling back to Platteville for the rest of the story. Learn how a chance discovery is ensuring the heart of that tree lives on. Thursday at 6.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this nice summer day.
Yeah, temperature-wise, yeah. I don't like getting rainfall reports, though. I mean, it's just that irritating rain we've been getting, at least irritating for those trying to get the harvest going. Just enough to get you wet, just enough to keep you out of the fields. But the other interesting part is we've been so very dry. Almost every farmer I've spoken with says, yeah, you know, it's not the right time for the rain to show up, but we know that we need it. I was just talking with Dr. Rodrigo Worley, who is our University Extension weed specialist, and he said, yeah, timing isn't great, but boy, if we didn't have it and we stayed dry going into November, more farmers would be worried about what that kind of was forecasting for 2024. So we'll press pause a little bit across the state of Wisconsin, but a lot of farms going to be able to keep going if we don't get too much measurable rain. The latest update from the Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service showed as of Sunday, we had about 24% of our corn harvested for grain. That's 2 days ahead of last year. Moisture in that corn still pretty high, right around 23%. And we had about 96% of our corn silage already off. 69% of our soybeans were combined off as of Sunday, and that's a day behind last year, but 4 days ahead of our five-year average, so doing halfway decent there. 95% of our potato crop is in, and that looks like it's going to be a big crop, by the way. And for those that have gotten everything taken care of, about 30% of fall tillage also taking place. So a lot of things that we're trying to get done in a short period of time out on the farm, and I'm not even talking about all the manure management that a lot of farms are trying to kind of shuttle in there when a field is cleared off with a crop. That's when they come back around with the nutrients we'll need for next spring. Dairy markets today a little mixed. Barrel cheese unchanged at 173.5. 40-pound block cheese today down 2 1/4 at 174 1/4. Double A butter down a penny at 336.5. So all over the board as far as dairy was concerned today. I will share just a quick tidbit. We had a cattle on feed report yesterday that scared the market. There was talk today that we could see limit down on both live cattle and feeder cattle. It's not happening. So for beef producers that were a little anxious that their market was suddenly going away, at least right now, it doesn't look like that's the case. So there we go. All wrapped up in a bow for you on a Tuesday.
We like that. Thank you, Pam. Let's look now at your certified most accurate forecast meteorologist, Kelly Slivka, out on the weather patio. Kelly.
Yeah, feeling like the later part of August or early September as opposed to the later part of October. But, you know, we've been getting these kind of days over the last several years. We've been flirting with 80 degrees a few times later in the month of October, and that's what we're seeing today. And the record high is just one shy of 80. The record high is 79, set back in 1963. We're going to be shooting for that today. We're going to get close, it looks like. Temperatures right now, we do have clear skies, barely any kind of cloud cover out there. 78 is what I'm expecting today, maybe just a degree or two shy of that record high of 79. Our average is 56. We did not even get that cold overnight. Our overnight low was 60, and that's what we're expecting again tonight. I want to thank Alan for sending this photo in, this beautiful shot of some fall foliage as the lake looks pretty calm there, but not too calm today because we got some winds out of the southwest at 15 to 25 throughout the afternoon and really going into the early evening as well. And we're going to be dealing with these winds pretty much throughout most of the week, even into the upcoming weekend before they start to come down a little bit. Temperatures right now in the 70s. We're looking at 70s to continue for the afternoon, maybe getting very close to 80 for some. Later in the afternoon, we're going to start to see some clouds roll in from the south. Can't rule out an isolated shower just about the time you're headed home from work, about the 5, 6 o'clock hour, maybe headed out for dinner. Maybe have to dodge a brief shower, but I don't think it'll last that long. I think the bulk of the rain will be coming in after midnight tonight. Looks like we'll have a steadier chance of some rain moving in. Can't rule out a thunderstorm, but not expecting a whole lot out of that. And most of this will actually clear out in the morning hours, and I think most of tomorrow afternoon will be dry. Still on the mild side, just not quite as warm as what we're expecting this afternoon. So those rain chances, just a slim chance for the late afternoon into the evening. Better chance, you can see how that ramps up after midnight. And then as we get into the wee hours of the morning, the chances actually diminish pretty quickly. Most of tomorrow actually looks fairly dry. So we're just dealing with the rain mainly at night. That warm front that pushed through, that brought a couple of storms yesterday, now is firing up storms there in northern parts of the state. We're on the warm side of it, the more stable side of it. But what we're watching is some showers and storms down to the south. Another area of low pressure that's going to ride to the north, and that's going to increase our chance of rain, but mainly after midnight tonight. So mainly dry and windy today with temperatures up close to that record of 79. We will have shower and thunderstorm chances going over the next several days. The best chance will be coming in later Wednesday night. That'll continue into Thursday, and then colder weather and much colder weather returns this weekend into next week. So our rainfall amounts, the heaviest rains will be falling across northern parts of the state as we go through the next several days through the end of the week. But we could be talking about 1 to 2 inches here, but 2 to 3 inches up in central parts of the state. As we will see one batch of rain come in after midnight tonight, and that'll be with us early tomorrow morning. But then as we go into Thursday, it looks like the chance of rain will be much more widespread. So we are expecting kind of a wet Thursday for us as well. 71 right now in Madison, 74 in Monroe, 75 already in Janesville. As mentioned, this warm weather can't last forever. Much colder than average temperatures expected across the nation's midsection going into the weekend and much of next week. So our first warm forecast, 78 today with that near record high expected this afternoon. That rain chance ramps up after midnight tonight. Most of that rain tomorrow is going to be in the morning. A wet Thursday, then the cold front arrives Friday. That temperature in the morning hours in the mid-60s, probably falling into the 50s later in the afternoon. A chilly weekend, but right now it looks like the best day of the weekend, if there is one, is going to be Saturday because it will be mainly dry. Sunday looks like a washout, but you can see the temperatures are going to be about 40 degrees colder for highs by next Tuesday on Halloween.
And a lot of football this weekend in Madison and in Green Bay.
Yeah, so, you know, it could be pretty wet up there in Green Bay. I think for Madison, we should be okay.
All right. Kelly, thank you. Up next, Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with a special guest who's cooking up a storm.
Every month or so, we like to do a segment called Grandma's Best Recipes, where we highlight some of the most seasoned cooks in the country. And joining us today is Grandma Lois, who's a mother of 4, has 5 grandchildren, and has a real passion for line dancing. Welcome, Lois. What was dinner time like at your house?
Well, having 4 very active kids and my mom and my sister living with my husband and I, when it came to dinner, everything needed to be easy. And if it could be made in one pot, like my pot roast, all the better. To make it, all I do is brown a chuck roast in a heavy pot with an onion before simmering it with some beef broth, water, and garlic for about an hour. Then we'll add some potatoes and carrots and cook these until everything is tender.
And I love how you told me that you thickened it up with a mixture of flour and water, shaken in a bottle, and then you would just pour it in. Let me tell you, one taste of Lois's pot roast, and there is no wonder she never had trouble getting her kids to the table. If you'd like the recipe for Grandma Lois's pot roast, all you have to do is go online. It's really good. Lois, thanks for taking some time away from your line dancing to join us today.
Oh, I've enjoyed every minute of it.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
It has.
Because when a recipe is this good and Grandma approved, you can bet that everybody will be saying, ooh, it's so good. Ready for a taste? Here you go.
Coming up, UW Health clinical dietitian Michelle Swader is in our studio, as you can see. We'll tell you everything you need to know about mindful eating. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Elevate your living spaces with Mohawk Perfect Seal laminate flooring. It's durable and waterproof, making it perfect for active households. Get it now for just $2.99 per square foot after rebate. Finish your dream bathroom with Sterling tubs and showers that fit your style and budget. Like this Sterling Ensemble shower. Its durable high-gloss finish provides lasting beauty. Get it now for $629.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We've got questions about Medicare plans.
Well, we've got a lot of answers. How can I help?
Well, for starters, do you have a Medicare plan I can actually afford?
How about a plan with a $0 monthly premium?
Well, that's a great start. What other benefits can we get?
Things like dental, vision, and hearing. But let me help you pick the plan that's right for you.
Don't wait. Call 1-800-AETNA for you to get answers to your questions and pick a plan that's right for you. And let's make healthier happen together.
UW Health clinical dietitian Michelle Swader is back with us. We're talking about mindful eating this month. So what is that?
Yes. Well, it's really just paying attention to when you're hungry, when you're full, to help you control, still have that healthy foundation, but still allow some treats in without feeling like you've lost control or you've had an excessive amount.
It all starts with shopping.
It does. Building a smart shopping list can really help keep you on track, helps prevent some of the extra things coming in. It sounds pretty simplistic, but if it's not in your kitchen, you don't have access to it. So it's great to try to keep that a healthy space during the holidays.
So make a list.
Definitely make a list.
No impulse buying.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and don't be a food snob, you say.
Yes, be a food snob. If you are going to a party, if you're going to a restaurant, look to see what is really special about that meal. If that's something that you could order every day, all year round, let it go by. But if it's something that's homemade, really personal to you around the holidays, that's something that you really want to set high standards for yourself and really be picky and choosy.
But not a gourmet restaurant, you're not going to make that at home.
Correct.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay. Life is full of distractions, isn't it?
Yes, and it's very true that the more distractions we have, the less enjoyment we get out of our food. So if we're talking to our family, watching TV, checking our phone at the same time that we're trying to have a meal, we're just not going to rate that much of enjoyment out of it. So really try to limit the distractions and really focus on the food, focus on all the senses. How does it taste? How does it smell? Is it hot? Is it cold? And you'll find that you are satisfied a lot sooner.
Do you know when you're satisfied? How do you know?
You have to train for that sometimes. Start paying attention to when you're getting not hungry, then when you're getting comfortable. And if you can prevent that over fullness, you might want to say, okay, I'm going to have half the dessert today. Save half of it for tomorrow. Instead of having one experience where you're overfull, you can have two experiences where you're happy and satisfied.
And easy on the Tom and Jerry's.
Yes, a lot of holiday cocktails are very high in sugar and calories.
All right. Mindful eating, there's a list on your screen there, so it all starts with the shopping. Make a list.
It does.
Michelle, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Have a good Halloween.
Yes, you too.
Not too much candy.
That's correct.
Kelly takes a final look at the forecast now. Kelly?
Yeah, we're going to be continuing to warm up, getting close to our record high, which is 79. We got plenty of the sun right now. We will start to see some clouds roll in as we go through the afternoon hours. Can't rule out an isolated shower. If you do get under one of these showers, it won't last real long. Most of the evenings should be dry and still on the mild side as well. Do have that pretty good chance of some rain after midnight tonight. That'll last through tomorrow morning. Mainly dry tomorrow afternoon. We do have another opportunity of seeing some rain. That'll be moving in Wednesday night, and Thursday it looks like kind of a wash-up, but we're still fairly mild, even into Friday morning before that cold front arrives, and that'll bring us some falling temperatures from the mid-60s through the upper 50s by Friday afternoon. Any chilly weekend right now, the best day, if there is one for the weekend, will be Saturday. Generally dry, temperatures in the upper 40s, only in the mid-40s, kind of a wet Sunday, and right now, Halloween doesn't look great. Kind of chilly with temperatures in the upper 30s, but generally dry by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week.
Get out the polar bear suit. All right, Kelly, thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.